What's up guys, Pablo here with another video, and today we have the unboxing and first impressions on the Mercurial Superfly 7 Pro FG. So the Mercurial Superfly 7 Pro released last year by Nike in, I think it was July, and as mentioned already, this is the Pro FG or firm ground version of the boot. So Nike actually has two other versions of the shoe, which are the Elite and the Academy. The Elite being the highest version that retails for almost $300, and then the Academy being the step down from the one we're looking at today, which goes for a little bit under $100. I think it's like 80 or 85. This version, however, retails for $150. I was able to catch it on a sale at Nike, and they're still on sale right now. Actually, they dropped the price even a little bit further from when I bought them. At like $130, and then I had a $10 coupon or something like that for my birthday, so I was able to get an extra discount on these. Now these are the Superfly version of the Mercurial. There are also the Vapor 13 version of the Mercurial in the same kind of level as the Elite, Pro, Academy, and I believe they do the Club for those as well, which is like your really basic $40-50 boot. And really the only difference between those two is the dynamic fit collar that you're able to find here in the Superfly 7. But we can save that for a different video for the Vapor 13. Today we are looking at the neighborhood pack version of the Mercurial Superfly 7 Pro. And this colorway consists of a combination of metallic bomber gray, particle gray, laser crimson, and black. And the neighborhood pack dropped earlier in June of this year, so it's relatively new. And the main concept that you'll see not only on the Mercurial but also all the other models from Nike Football is that it's meant to celebrate the places where football is born. So the design features a list of zip codes, where, as we mentioned, football is played at its purest form, or where it's really born, and that's across Europe as well as the Americas. And the list consists of 10 different zip codes with 10 different cities, of course. I would sit here and list them for you, but instead I'm just gonna put them on the screen and they appear. You can look them up on Google Maps. I've seen a couple reviews on the pack saying that they're not necessarily as accurate when you put them on a map, but the intent of actually having them there is present. And the pack was actually meant to make the first appearance at the Euro 2020. But of course, because of the pandemic going on due to the coronavirus, that was not able to happen. And now that we talked about the boots colorway as well as the pack that it belongs to, let's actually talk about the details that transfer or translate to performance on the field. If you're looking for the most premium Mercurial Superfly 7, this one unfortunately is not it. However, just because it's not the top of the line boot doesn't mean that it doesn't have some of the top of the line features. So one of my favorite things about the boot is this aero track zone that they kept on the sole plate on this Pro version of the Mercurial. So as you can see right here, it sits underneath the forefoot and it serves as a power transfer area, giving you more response when pushing off, whether to the sides, forward, or backward. And this of course can be expected from a Mercurial boot, as they are made for speedy players like Ronaldo, Mbappe, and outside midfielders, wingers, or even some strikers. Now staying over here at the bottom of the boot, and then according to Nike, this is an anatomical sole plate. And what that means for you and I is that the way that the sole plate is laid out and then the studs are placed was made with the purpose that you almost become one with the boot. I couldn't really understand what Nike meant by this or the different websites that I came across, but when I actually tried the boot on, I kind of got what they were going at. But to put it simple, once your foot becomes used to the shoe, it almost feels like there's no studs underneath you. And I guess that's the kind of feel that Nike was shooting for with this anatomical sole plate. And the shoes are recommended for shorter grass that's slightly wet. Again, the studs are pretty great. The field that I went to wasn't necessarily the shortest grass, and it wasn't necessarily slightly wet like Nike claims. And they still feel great. Now moving on to the upper, these are not fly knit. That high tenacity yarn and two yarn combination that they use on the Elite is not present here. However, this is still a knit based shoe. They're just using what I was able to find as a circular knit. It's still really breathable and lightweight, but it's nowhere near as flexible and as strong as Flyknit would be. And at first they felt really tight because I didn't get a chance to break them in before recording the video, but once they were a little bit more used to it, once the upper got kind of situated around my foot, they feel pretty lightweight and more firm than I honestly would have expected, or more firm that I'm used to with those really cheap cleats that I have from a couple years ago. Now, something that these did keep from the Elite version was the Nike skin coating on top of the knit upper. And I try to look everywhere to figure out what the coating is actually made of. Some people say it polyurethane, so I'm gonna say it's that it's a silicone or silicone-like coating that Nike added to the upper, not only to protect the knitting, but also to give you the ACC, or all conditions control, feature on this shoe. Now, if you guys are not aware, the ACC is actually made for protecting you, the athlete, and then of course the boots as well, against weather conditions like rain, snow, mud, whatever it comes across. And I love the concept of the Nike skin. I just don't know if it actually made a difference with my touch personally. I kept trying to test it on the field. At the end of the day, regardless of the boots you wear, and this, you're gonna hear me say this on multiple videos, whenever I make a boot unboxing like this, your skill plays a bigger role, and the amount of work that you put in plays a bigger role into your game than just the boot. Now, that was really it for the major performance factors: your sole plate and then your upper. The rest of the shoe, your lacing system, nothing terribly special. This, alongside with the dynamic fit color, are the areas where the knitting is actually exposed and not covered by the Nike skin. Now, I do want to talk about the dynamic fit color and the one issue I have with it, which is probably just me being stupid really, but again, maybe it's just me, but I don't know why I struggle so much to put this shoe on, or any shoe with the dynamic fit collar. Versus on a Vapor 13, I probably would have just loosened up the laces, throw my foot in there, lace them back up, and I'm done. And actually, even before you even get to the field, something else to consider with the dynamic fit collar is that on the Pro version, these are $10 more than the Vapor 13s, just because of the collar. Now, when you go to the Elite version, I think there's like a $25 to $30 difference between the Vapor 13s, the Elites, and then the Superfly 7 Elites, just because of the collar. But still, $30 just to have a little sock covering around your ankle. And that's really the only major complaint, or minor for that matter, complaint that I have about it, about this boot right here. Besides that, this is a really amazing boot. And what's even better is that if you find this on like a sale, or like Nike right now, they has it on sale, although most of the sizes are sold out, so just FYI on that. I think this is a really good value for the money you'll be paying. It's a very lightweight boot. The knit-based upper is there. The sole, the anatomical sole plate, the aero track. The aero track is one of the biggest things for me. As I was testing it out, cutting, sprinting, dribbling just felt so much more comfortable than with my current shoes. And again, it's a 6-year difference with my current shoes, but just thinking about this aero track, and because of my style of play, which is a lot faster, I did play winger for most of my career. So if you got some money saved up and you want to invest on a really good boot for your style of play, which is speed and cutting, dribbling, this is probably the way to go. And also, this colorway is amazing. It looks so good on feet. Honestly, like, I'm holding it here and it looks good, but once I put them on, this neighborhood pack is looking really good. The whole aesthetic of it and the concept is really interesting, and that's my sneakerhead side of my brain coming out. But it's amazing. It looks really good on feet. It looks really sleek, and you're definitely gonna stand out in these. But anyways, guys, that was it for today's video. I really hope you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to keep on watching more unboxings, whether it's sneakers, football boots, technology, or whatever comes in a box and I get to open. Yeah, one more time, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Pablo, out.